Hello, America. The following episode of America, the podcast, contains discussions of sexual abuse within religious organizations. Listener discretion is advised. Additionally, if you or anyone you know is a victim of sexual assault, please call 800-656-4673 to be connected with a trained staff member from a sexual assault service provider in your area. And now, on with the show.
So what have you been up to?
Oh, you know, this and that. I recently went to Barbados to hang out with Rihanna. We went snorkeling and I caught a starfish. It was quite fun. And let's see, then I came home and fired a bunch of people for fun. It was really a day brightener because my flight was long. And then I created life. What about you?
No, you cannot casually just say you created life and try and move on. Explain.
Yes. I recently got my hands on the Illuminati Object Bringer Aliver and...
That cannot be its name.
Oh, but it is. Look, it's right here.
Oh my god. Who named this?
David.
Who's David?
He's, don't worry about David. Do you want to hear about the dumbest person in the Illuminati, or do you want to hear about the things I brought to life?
The second one, obviously.
Well, then quiet, and let me talk. All right, so a few weeks ago, when we were very, 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 very drunk, I got my hands on the Illuminati Object Bringer Aliver, and I pointed it at a few objects, apparently.
Oh boy, like what?
Well, a mushroom, a cupcake I had sitting in my kitchen, that taco that you thought went missing, and let's see, a flower, and a gay little rainbow cloud.
How do you know the cloud is gay?
Because he's married to a man named Gregory.
But these things have only been alive for half a month.
Well, they move fast.
All right, well, where are they?
Well, it's the middle of the day, so they're probably all at their office.
They have an office?
It's more of a studio, really. They've already moved on and started their very own news organization. Cute News, I believe they call it.
Cute News? Oh, wait a minute. Is that fucking account that keeps liking all of our videos on TikTok?
All of my videos, but yes.
But they're animated.
Right. Well, when I was using the Illuminati Object Bringer Aliver and being drunk, I did not notice that it was set on animated. And, well, it's irreversible, but they are sentient.
All right, that's fine. I mean, obviously, wait, do we own them?
You cannot own a person, Timothy.
No, I know that. Oh my God. No, I mean, like, have we signed them to Shway Media in America the Podcast Presents?
Oh, don't worry. I'm a businessman and took care of that immediately. Although the cupcake did insist I write the contract on a cake with frosting, and, you know me and cake.
You didn't eat the cupcake, did you?
What? Oh, God, no. No, I just mean I might have eaten the contract.
Right, your bathtub cake time. So that means they're freelance.
Indeed, yes.
God damn it. I'll just send Alana over and see if she can convince him to sign. Let's start the show.
Indeed. And just in case, follow cute.news on TikTok and Cute News Animation on YouTube. Or just search Cute News and you'll probably find it. A link is in the description. That said, hello, America, and welcome to America, the podcast with me, Theb and my producer, Tim, here. So, what are we talking about today?
You're the host. Shouldn't you be coming up with that?
Yes, but I've been busy hanging out with an animated unicorn. I also brought a unicorn to life.
Okay, well, I mean, shit, a bunch of stuff happened with the church, and they're terrible. We could talk about that.
Which church?
I mean, kind of all of them.
Indeed. All religious organizations are filled with some of the worst people.
Yes, but they do have good people within the church.
Yes, indeed, and I do believe there is a section of the Bible where a man named Lot tries to convince God to spare a few cities if there's just a few people in them that are good, and there turns out to not be enough good people in those cities. And then God destroys them with a meteor shower, I believe? I'm not real sure. Anyways, it just goes to prove that even God does not care if there is just, quote, a few good people there. And I know God personally.
Oh yeah, they live in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, right?
Yes, they run a train enthusiast store and are obsessed with The Bachelor.
Right on. You gotta like something, I guess.
Indeed. And for God, it's trains and The Bachelor, especially the Golden Bachelor.
Right. I think we're getting off subject here.
No, we're not. We're talking about God.
Right. Well, as a friend of God, why don't they do anything about all of the corruption within the church?
Oh, a mixture of free will and the fact that the Christian, Islam, and Jewish faiths are no longer really aligned with God's morals.
Huh. How so?
Oh, you know, it's the little things, like how the Southern Baptist Convention recently banned in vitro fertilization and almost banned women from preaching in a church. There's also the fun little fact that the Southern Baptist leaders used to have a secret list of accused sexual abusers, and that list has luckily now been released. And let's not forget the Catholic Church and their whole pedophilia thing. And even recently, Trump's spiritual advisor had admitted to sexually abusing a 12-year-old girl. And don't forget the Jehovah's Witnesses, the Mormons, the Jews, and the Muslims with all of their sexual abuse cover-ups. And if you, the listener, are out there saying none of this is true, well, I invite you to check all of the resources in our episode description. Don't blame me for your religious leaders being absolute monsters. I just report the news and run the deep state.
Yeah, and those religious organizations, too, are trying to infiltrate public schools now with, the Louisiana governor. He just passed a law that requires the 10 Commandments be in every single classroom.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. And, Florida and Texas are both trying to put Bible-based education in public schools. And, even Florida's allowing chaplains in public schools now.
Remind me how the Democrats are the ones trying to indoctrinate everybody's children? I was a conservative Republican for many years, and I don't even understand their logic, especially when so many of them turn out to be either homosexuals or simply child abusers. And yes, I obviously know that those are two separate things, but they are the ones that like to equate the two.
Dude, exactly. They're the ones trying to ban drag story time because it's indoctrinating their kids or being they're pedophiles or whatever terrible thing they're trying to say. Meanwhile, State Rep Jesse Edwards from New Hampshire just tried to defend child marriage. And, fun fact, he's a Republican.
Well, I am personally shocked.
Are you?
Absolutely not. I left the GOP for more than just the Trump reasons. Their whole Christian nationalism thing just really got on my nerves. I am in no way a religious man, despite being a demigod and being friends with many religious figures.
You'd think that might make you more inclined to be religious.
No, son, it does not. Once you know those people on a personal level, you immediately stop wanting to worship them in any singular way.
Were you religious before you became the embodiment of America?
Indeed. I was a Quaker. We believed in equality, anti-slavery, pacifism. They did, I didn't, and religious tolerance.
Oh, wow. I just thought they were the, oatmeal people.
Oh, we liked our oatmeal, but we also liked feminism and people not being slaves.
Right on, man. Yeah, I was Southern Baptist for a while where, boys and girls couldn't swim together and we had to wear shirts in the pool if we did. And, a lot of rules around swimming as well as dancing. It was kind of weird.
Yes, that does seem weird considering the Bible talks about dancing quite often, especially King David.
Oh yeah, man. I know my church left the Southern Baptist Convention at some point because of all of that kind of stuff and just became a normal Baptist or something. I don't really know what it was, but before that I was Assembly of God at one point, which is speaking in tongues, I think, and a Holy Roller Church, which is full of dancing, and then I think my family all kind of landed on a non-denomination Bible church stuff, and I think that's where they are now. I'm not religious in any way. I got my own personal faith, but in general, Jesus hated, religious organizations pretty much and warned against them all of the time, warned about, men in flashy robes and, pretending like they're holier than thou, yada, yada, yada.
Exactly. That was the point I was making before, that the religious organizations of the world and God no longer see eye to eye, let alone with Jesus. He is, let's just say, less than thrilled.
You talk to Jesus personally?
Though only when I have lunch with he and his girlfriend, Caitlin.
Right on. Could we ever get him on the show?
Oh, probably not. He doesn't like talking out loud because if he does, people's faces melt or something like that. I'm not real sure, but we do have a guest today.
I thought you didn't like doing guests anymore.
Well, after we had Bernie Sanders on, I decided to soften my approach a little bit, and besides, this person we are having on the show today is more of a new employee.
You hired somebody without talking to me?
Well, I believe we did talk during our week of drunkenness, but between signing this person and then bringing the cute news staff to life, I think I may have gotten carried away, but he's signed a 2-year contract and it is unbroken, and it is made of paper.
All right. Well, what did you hire him for?
To be a field correspondent. I figured we could send he, as well as the cute news staff, out to the debates and the conventions.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Thanks for taking that initiative, but we need to sign the cute news staff to a contract not written on a cake.
Oh, don't worry about it. They still owe me for forging all of their Northwestern University journalism degrees.
Okay, right on. But who's the new human correspondent?
Oh, I never said he was human.
Who is it?
Well, he's a friend and has been on the show a few times.
Theb?
All right, fine. It's none other than Xandor, Burner of Souls.
Oh, god damn it. Why did you hire Xandor, Burner of Souls?
Well, unlike the cute news staff, his degree in journalism from Northwestern University is real.
But can he even be on the show? He's a Jehovah's Witness. They don't really like participating in this kind of shit.
Oh, he actually left the faith. That's why I hired him and brought him on the show.
So he's not gonna try and hawk us the Watchtower anymore?
Well, he may do it out of habit, but he's not supposed to. He's been excommunicated or whatever.
Oh fuck, they kicked him out?
Indeed. We'll let him explain after this commercial break. We'll be right back.
It's America, the podcast.
America the Podcast is brought to you by the After Church Lunch Crowd. The After Church Lunch Crowd, telling the Chili's waitstaff to fuck themselves and then refusing to tip since 1975. The After Church Lunch Crowd, available wherever freedom is sold.
It's America, the podcast.
And we're back, and I am here with former Jehovah's Witness and America the Podcast's newest political correspondent, Xandor, Burner of Souls. Thank you for coming on the show, Xandor.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. In full disclosure, Xandor has been on two of our most recent Christmas episodes, The Office Christmas Party and The Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah, those were really fun. I really liked playing the Ghost of Christmas Future.
Yes, and we loved having you. However, it did end up in your excommunication from the Jehovah's Witness religion, correct?
Yes, partially. I had been reprimanded for that, but I had been struggling with my faith for quite a while.
And what was causing that doubt?
Well, for starters, Jehovah's Witnesses don't really believe in the concept of a soul. They believe that the human being is a soul. But since my whole thing is burning souls, not people, well, I had doubts.
Ah, indeed. That does seem like quite the predicament. Is there anything else that caused your doubt?
Well, when I'm looking through YouTube, I rarely ever looked up anything outside of Jehovah's Witness-based videos, and then I looked up your channel one day and my entire algorithm changed. When that happened, it pointed me to a Truth About Jehovah's Witness video, and I watched it, and my mind was, blown and upset.
I take it you heard about the sexual abuse.
Yes, exactly. I heard about their rule of two witnesses, and it upset me to my core. For those who don't know, the rule of two witnesses is where a person is sexually assaulted, but they cannot be believed unless there were two witnesses present, the victim not counting as a witness.
Ah, that is terrible.
Exactly, and that was kind of my catalyst. I couldn't take a religion anymore that had perversed the word of God into using it to hurt people. Not to mention, it's kind of hard to believe that the kingdom of God was established in heaven in 1914.
Indeed, that is odd to say the least. What have you been doing since you left the faith?
Well, I celebrate holidays now. I got to see my mother for the first time in 20 years and celebrated Mother's Day.
Ah, well, that is wonderful.
It sure is. I even got to celebrate Juneteenth, and I can't wait to celebrate the 4th of July on your birthday.
Oh, I'm, not having a birthday party on the 4th.
Oh, well, when is it?
I'm not having one at all.
Huh? Yes, you are. You had me book Dave & Buster's on the 3rd so you could, quote, sleep all day on the 4th and eat burgers when you're awake.
Oh, well, that sounds fun.
God damn it, Timothy.
Listen, you're the one that hired him, and if he's gonna work here, he has to be part of the team, and we need to befriend him.
You're the one that didn't like him.
No, I just found him annoying because he constantly hawked the Watchtower, and now he's not doing that.
Oh, do you guys want a Watchtower? I have a bunch of spares in my bag still.
No, man, don't push it.
Okay, fine. Can I still come to Dave & Buster's? I haven't played Dance Dance Revolution in years.
Yes, fine, but you have to pay for your own game card.
No, he does not. The company's paying for it. Oh my God, don't listen to him, Xandor. Just show up on July 3rd at 5 p.m. at the Dave & Buster's down the street. We will give you a game card filled with, I think, like $300. You know, everybody will be there. The embodiment of Georgia, Phineas Fickleby will be there. That's the one we shouldn't be inviting.
Yes, but Phineas Fickleby brings the good drugs.
Yeah, you're right, he does. Oh my God, he's a lot though. Just be there though, man.
I will, thank you.
Yes, indeed. All right, America, that's it for America, the podcast. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Xandor, Burner of Souls, for coming on the program.
Oh, I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get to work. Thanks for hiring me.
Yes, indeed. As I said, thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe to the show on America, the Podcast Presents on YouTube, or follow the show wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show on TikTok at America the Podcast, as well as Cute News at cute.news on TikTok and Cute News Animation on YouTube. I will be in your ears again soon. Not next week, though, because it is my birthday, and I'm going to be very, very drunk the entire time and on plenty of drugs provided by the one and only Phineas Fickleby from the Virginia episode of Road Trip: A Journey Across America, out now on all podcast apps, and a link is in the description of this episode. Go listen to that.
Shouldn't we have an episode out for the 4th of July, though?
Oh, just put out the Christmas episode from this year. It's July, right? Christmas in July, and it's the continuation of Road Trip, and Xandor's on it, so it's a win-win-win-win-win. And it's like an hour long.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, good. I didn't get to listen to it when it came out because I was still a Jehovah's Witness.
Well, man, enjoy and welcome to the real world.
Indeed. But more importantly, Xandor, Burner of Souls, welcome to America. As for you, the audience, don't forget to leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts and share this podcast with absolutely everyone you know. And as always, good night and good fight.
It's America, the podcast.
You've been listening to America, the Podcast, the original series. The show stars Tim Phillippe and Theb and Tim starred the embodiment of and only hope for America as themselves. Any additional voices heard in this episode were portrayed by the fabulous cast of voice actors listed in the show notes. The amazing America, the Podcast theme song you are listening to is by Timmy Two-Step, and all other music and sounds heard in this show were procured through Storyblocks, Pixabay, Freesound.org, and Sonus. America, the Podcast is recorded at Shway Media Studios in Austin, Texas, and is mixed and edited by Tim Phillippe. Executive producers for this show are Alana Matos, Tim Phillippe, and Thebadias A. Stard. For more information, please visit shwaymedia.com and americathepodcast.com. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.
This has been a production of Shway Media, all rights reserved. For more information, please visit shwaymedia.com.